I asked our listeners out there to send in their questions, and we've had a few. A couple about fracking, but I'm not sure really we're going to start digging in Battersea. This is a nice, interesting one. We've had some quite detailed ones. This is a nice general one that's come from Alex Dobson, who asks the panel, what does the panel feel is the biggest issue facing Battersea, and how would they deal with it? I think that's quite a nice, broad, general question. So, shall we go through the panel, starting from the left and we'll work our way through? Jamie?
Well, I mean, we've touched on some of the issues. I actually think there are a number of big issues facing Battersea, but I think one of the great challenges and opportunities of a very diverse constituency like this is how you can make it work for everyone, and how you can harness the talents of the people who are doing well and are successful to help those who are doing less well. And actually, this is a generous-hearted place. It has been a privilege to represent Battersea. I hate to see it characterised as a place where people are not kind to each other, because that's not been my experience. In the immediate aftermath of the riots, for example, extraordinary numbers of people came forward with offers of apprenticeships, of work experience, and other practical ways in which they could help other people in the community. So I think there's a huge opportunity there to look at how we can bring together the people, the different people right across our community to make sure that, as I say, it works for everyone. We've seen a good example actually just here in York Gardens, where there are reading groups here supported by a group from Thomas's school in Battersea High Street. And again, I think Katherine and Lois themselves have got a very good and long-standing relationship with Thomas's, and I think it's a very good example of how different parts of the community can help each other to be successful.
For me, I think the biggest issue is housing, and the fact that we spent 45 minutes discussing that, I think demonstrates that, and I hope that I've outlined our policies. But if your tweeter would like to tweet me, at Will J. Martindale, and I'd gladly drop my house leaflet in the post.
Shameless please. Ellison.
Yes, as Will says, housing is probably the biggest issue, but possibly the second biggest issue is pollution. I don't know how many of you were out and about last Thursday. I don't know how many of you have noticed the number of cars coming